Why does America look like shit?
We are the richest country on the planet, one of the richest countries. Why does it look like ass? Like, really think about that for a second. Like, when you're driving, if you're not in, like, Florida or California or the coast of, like, Oregon or whatever, it's like, this place looks like shit. And we have so much money. Like, I'm thinking of, like, Europe and Japan and all the architecture, like, across the world and how beautiful it looks. Why don't we have, like, rose gold buildings and, like, why does the Kmart's and, like, all of the stores look like shit? Like, I don't know. I'm just thinking in my head, I'm closing my eyes and I can imagine, like, what a country, like, look at China. Like, Shanghai, like, the coast, like, all those videos you see, that's, like, no joke, stunning, beautiful, high tech. You would think America would look like that with the amount of money that we have.
I don't know if I necessarily follow her logic here. Like, the problem with America being ugly isn't that it's not high tech, it's that it's featureless, endless suburban sprawl, plus the highway system cutting through nothing, plus big box stores. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to talk about the natural environment, America is incredibly beautiful as a country in most of it. Like, it's a very pretty country. But if you want to talk about, like, just the experience of exploring America, of going around, of seeing its cities and what have you, the problem is just car dependency. That's it. It's literally just like the majority of this country, land-wise, was built in compliance with, like, the expectation of maximum car utility, you know? Europe looks depressing as well, TBH. Yeah, but we've done the Google mapping. We've done the Google Mapsing before. And the problem is just that, like, even in very poor areas, a small village in Germany, France, or Spain is just much prettier than anything. Like, you would have to go to a very special place in America to get that vibe, you know? And we've done that before. Right? And we'll do it once more. Just one. Just one. Okay? Literally, we're just gonna go somewhere in the south of France. Okay? Pretty densely packed, huh? Just all these settlements. Vie? What do we got? You see immediately, like, oh, well, this is more of an alley. I'm thinking more like what you can drive by. Here, let's see what you can drive by. Oh, that's cute. More, what would you call it? Human level architecture? Like, it's just a random little town in France, but it feels a little more like human, a little more personable. It's fine. Yeah, it's not like Paris or anything, but the point is that it doesn't feel like it was made for cars entirely. But it does look a bit suburban. Also to note, this is a main road. Where's Lyon? Oh, that looks a lot more modern. We don't even have stuff like this in America. Like big wide boulevards. And then you have, like, the center lane bus stations, you know? You don't? Nah, not really. This is pretty car dependent, though. Maybe I'm not doing the best job demonstrating my point. I will say, though, you know what's really cool? The fact that you can tell where Old Town is based on the fact that it's got the classic, like, Mediterranean red shingle roofing right over here. Literally, like, you can see where Old Lyon is from space, which is pretty cool, I think. They really, really, really like this aesthetic near the Mediterranean. Oh, hello. Well, hold on. We're not in the Museum of Fine Art. I will never emotionally recover from my trip to Barcelona, man. In Portland, Boston, Chicago, Seattle, New York City, have mid to great public transit. You can't even compare all those cities to New York City, because in New York City, like, half the population uses the MTA, but in Seattle, only like 10% does. Like, 10% is a lot for a Western, or for a North American city, but New York City is so far ahead of the curve. And New York City isn't even, like, that good compared to, like Brussels or something, right? Like, there's it's just, I don't know. What about Chicago? I want to move there. Well, Chicago is supposed to be one of the best American cities. Spain, any place. Literally, yeah. This is the experience of being outside in, like, a significant part of Europe. Thank you for this. This is, like, perfectly demonstrative, because it's not like crazy wealthy, but it looks like it's nice to be in. This is like when you walk outside, if you're in, like, a nice enough European city or even a town, like, you're probably within 1,000 feet of a place that looks like this. And this is just, like, what humans are supposed to be in. This is what humans are supposed to have. We are supposed to have this. And it's not much. It's literally just a bunch of small shops and then some outdoor seating. That's it. It's not expensive. That's the reason why I bristled a little bit when she said, like, well, our coastline could look high tech, because I don't want it to look high tech necessarily. Like, if it does look high tech, you know, okay, that's fine. If it does look high tech, I mean, that's cool. Does Denver have public transit? I have no idea. It loses its magic when you actually live there. You know what? I'm going to say cap. I don't think that's true. I think that you get used to whatever you're around and it becomes familiar and you stop taking it for granted, but I don't think that's true. I think that's just like experience kind of like eroding your immediate appreciation for it.
With the amount of money that we have, but it just looks like ugh, you know what I mean?
The problem that I have with this TikTok is that it's misunderstanding the issue, right? There are many parts of China that are not very fun to live in or very walkable. Like, your experience living in a city is not viewing it from Google Maps. It's not looking at it from the window of a car. Your experience living somewhere is walking around its streets, right? A lot of China, you know, a lot of their cities look high tech from a distance, and there's a lot of impressive stuff going on, but a lot of these cities are not really made at the human scale. She said high tech once that it turned you off. Yes, that I'm describing why. That is true. Also, it's all propaganda from China. There's no way all their cities look like that. Well, I don't think the Chinese are saying all their cities look like that. I mean, some of their cities do. China's a big country, you know? Looking at the land around Houston University. Yeah, let's compare this to the best America has to offer. Okay, so this is right next to a major university, so you'd expect it to be like a really walkable area. Okay, they're building out, they're building out like a gymnasium maybe, okay? Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Oh, they got a Frenchies across the way. I don't know if there's a crosswalk. Oh yeah, if you want to go to the Frenchies, you're going to have to walk like 6 miles down the Strode and then find a crossing and then walk back over here, I think. The European mind can't comprehend this. That's true. Is America all like this? Kinda, yeah. Like, there are some pockets of goodness, but yeah, for the most part, pretty much anyone who lives in America can attest to that. It's solid, yeah. Go further down. Oh, shit! We got a Burger King and a Wendy's and a Shipley Donuts. Haven't seen that one before. Yes, the empty lot, the giant crossing. Oh, there's the bus stop. And look at all that perfect green lawn. Please, this is the stadium side. Of course, it's going to be desolate. Your standards are way the too low, dude. Oh, it's the stadium side. Of course, it'll be desolate. I don't think that. Why? Why should that be the case? When you get out of the stadium, shouldn't you be able to walk to like a pizza place in like a cool area? I don't know. And then there's your Baptist church, because we're in Texas, right across from the university. Okay, here's another side of the campus, looking pretty good. It honestly looks like Auschwitz. I'm sorry, slight overstatement. It's just it's like a compound with a, you know what I mean? Like, a university is supposed to be like a big collection of facilities that are like a center of life and commerce and education. But it's like, oh yeah, on the other side of the fence, that's where the students are. Here's the train crossing, which again, don't get too hyped up. That's not passenger rail. Here's something, I don't know. Oh, there's a student. There's a student engaging in the 7-hour death march. Why are there no people in the streets? Nobody walks in places that look like this. Why would you? Poor kid. There's a certain charm to it, though. I don't know. I think you're mentally... I'm sorry. This is desolate. Are you... Look at this. Dude, is this meant to be a park? Who's using this as a park? You could house 2,000 people in apartments built here. Oh, we're looping back around. We're now on the other side of that big stadium. Jesus, man. Do you think people at Houston U like drive from class to class? Like they're like, oh, I'm done with my 4 o'clock. Time to drive over to my 5:30. They're in traffic for 15 minutes. You can bike. Tour de France champion when average Houston University bicycle commuter walks in. I can't do the... Why are all the lawns that massive? Would you believe me if I told you it's from lack of imagination? Areas like this are so deprived in like a cultural and land use understanding sense that they genuinely don't know what to do with it. It's actually not a joke. Like it's not like an evil plot by the developers to make everything ugly, right? It's like they genuinely don't know how to do it. We've forgotten how. We're between 2 university buildings right now. Look at the width of these roads. Between 2 university buildings. That is insane. Look at that. Street parking plus a shoulder plus a center lane, or I guess it's 2 lanes. Student parking permit required. 6 pathways, 3 entrances, 3 exits. Holy shit. That is crazy. Go check McGill for compare. Everyone wants me to check their university. Guys, most universities aren't this bad, to be fair. Most universities in America are older than... Well, I don't actually know how old University of Houston is. I can tell you from looking at it that it looks like it was made in like 78 or something. But like Washington University is beautiful. ACLU. ACLU, what am I saying? UCLA is beautiful. There are lots of beautiful universities. Coming back around. Oh, the asphalt patch sidewalk. Oh, that's nasty. You human, get in a car. Oh, man. Oh, they don't have it in this photo. Oh, or in this one. It's like one specific angle. No, I don't even know. Okay, I mean, I assume it's a recent repair. So these are all older photos. Maybe? Can I get back to that? This is from June 2024. I don't know. I'm not going to look into it that hard. Here's your student housing. Hashtag dorm life. There's a McDonald's. Had some pretty trees there. Take what you can get, right? Seriously, like, look at these intersections, man. Like, right next to the goddamn directory. Like, Jesus Christ. 1, 2, 3, 4 lanes on either side of the divider. That's insane. What the hell? Holy shit. I went back. That asphalt photo was from May 2012. Okay, so it is older. Interesting. I wonder why that was still in there when there were like much newer photos to replace it with. What is on the other side of this? Just a empty lot. A parking lot attached to nothing. Incredible. Look at that. Just like university parking. Okay. Would your tune change if you looked at the actual campus and not the literal outer edge? The literal outer edge is not supposed to look like this. I don't know. Why are you being defensive? What the fuck? This is like, this is indefensible. What do you mean? Like, oh, dude, come on. It's not like this inside the cafeteria. Inside the cafeteria, we only have a 2-lane strode. What are you talking about? This is awful. Now, we caught a May 2022 construction photo. Oh, how nice. How nice. Here's them widening the road. Okay, but can you give us a good example of what walkable looks like? I mean, do you really need to have anything contrasted against this? Is this not like an obvious problem? Okay, fine. Look at University of Washington. Then we're done with this, okay? I'll show you mine. Everyone wants me to show off their school, okay? Well, you can show off your school to the people who care about you. Yeah, here we go. Okay, here's the like popular commercial area that's directly adjacent to University of Washington. You've got a really dense and popular area full of like Korean barbecue and little thrift stores and stuff like that. Goes up further that way. And if you turn this way, you get to the actual university campus, which is like a big perma-green expanse. This is my least favorite part. Here, let me get onto the road. It's like down, this is the road that cuts through the campus. It's better, but not that much better. You're mentally ill. I'm sorry. Can I get to the square? There's the Twin Towers. How do I get to the Sakura Blossoms from here? How do I get to any? I've never navigated this via Google Maps. I don't know where the fuck I am. Is it here? No, I can't go that way. Why is everyone trying to be contrary and Lamau? This is obviously better. It is people looking to catch a ban. I didn't even go to Washington U, but the people who are like, there's a multi-lane road around it, and the multi-lane road in question was the narrow one-way road that had like restaurant eating areas extending out into the street. It's I'm telling you, it's the reflexive contrarianism. I'm just kind of clicking around the campus though, but it's not really like a fair comparison because I was looking around the outer area. I was looking around the outer area for the University of Washington. The problem is, or sorry, for the University of Houston. But like, if you look at the University of Washington, like from top down, the problem is that there just isn't really like a big road area around it, right? Like if you look here, you've got the campus itself, which is very, very beautiful. The quad. So this is where the Sakura Blossoms are. Can I get like the Sakura photo? Give me the Sakura photo. Give me when it blooms. Give me the bloom. Everyone comes here and takes their graduation photos when it blooms every spring. You can Google it. But right next to the university, you have like a dense urban and commercial area. So there's not really like a gigantic car sprawl right next to it. There's the mall. And then here's like frat housing or something. And that's the Union Bay. Yes, there is. We can see it. You mean this? This is one parking lot that's next to the stadium. Well, I guess there's a second one right down here. That's not really the same as a gigantic 27-lane superstrode encircling the entire university. Is this DC or Seattle? This is Seattle. Still a huge car park? Yeah, it's for people to go to the university stadium. Do you understand the difference between a car? Okay, do you want to know a bit of actual good design, by the way? This car park and the entire stadium area is actually separated from the educational part of the university by this road. This road right here, this one is a cut through that separates all of the giant like car infrastructure stuff and the sporting areas from the actual like university campus, which is in this direction. So you don't engage with any of it when you're in this side. There's not really any reason to go over to this side when you're over here unless you're directly engaging with it, you know? It's a direct separation. That means you're not tripping over car infrastructure the whole time you're getting around. This is what roads look like inside the university. Like, this is about as big as the roads get when you're walking through the university, which, you know, I think this is fine. Feels like a massive waste of space. Why not build the car park up, not out? Is there like a particular reason why you're being a stupid cunt out of curiosity? What are you talking about? Because they had the space there and it's next to the sports areas and it's separated from the rest of the facility anyway, and because building up is way the fuck more expensive. What do you mean? What do you, like, why are we these like inane complaints are missing the point of the broader critique, okay? It's a well-designed university space. See, this is what following a road looks like through the university, which I think is a lot nicer. When you're crossing through this, walking around, it definitely doesn't feel like you're tripping over car infrastructure, which is also, by the way, why you see people walking everywhere. Because I wanted to show it. This is what the quad looks like every spring, when all the cherry blossoms come into bloom. I wanted to show that. Can't really get it over Google Street View, I guess. But most of the trees in the quad area, like in that area, are cherry blossoms. Very, very pretty. Ooh, that's a pretty photo. Why is no one there? Oh, I don't know. Normally, I mean, I come over here every spring because it's gorgeous. There's every time I come here during the spring, there's like 500,000 people there. It's just a photo. I don't know. This is cool, but how's the rest of the city for the people actually living there? Well, it's Seattle, so it's pretty good. I mean, Seattle's not as good in terms of walkability as like probably most nice European cities, but it's pretty good. You know, by American standards, it's excellent. Seattle's right up there with, I would say, like Chicago, Philadelphia, Boston. Like, it's basically like all of the good American cities that aren't New York City, which is the top of the list. I thought you lived in LA? No. Oh yeah, DC to an extent, yeah. Boston's a shit excuse of a city. I've heard good things about Boston. LA does suck. And the main problem with Chicago is the weather, you know? Like, Chicago's pretty goddamn humid. Just like New York City, but New York City does not get that cold. It's not humid at all? No, doesn't it get, like, swampy in Chicago? That's what I've heard. Well, the point I was making was about the cold, because it gets properly cold in Chicago. But I like cold. Okay, but, like, there's a difference between New York City cold, where it's a bit below freezing, and, like, the bitter hoarfrost chill of Chicago cold. Yeah, like in the negatives. You know? Like it's not cold like, oh, you put a coat on. It's cold like you put a thermal layer and then a jacket and then an overcoat and then you have like the long underwear and then you have the scarf and you have like the hat that you wear. Like it's a whole thing, you know? What is that in real measurements? I don't know, like -30, -40 Celsius? Yeah, like thereabout, right? -40 is -40. Yeah, then it can get like pretty close to that. Yeah. Like -30 maybe. I don't know. That's insane. Yeah, it gets cold in Chicago. Temperatures drop to or below -18 degrees Celsius during the coldest nights of the winter. -18 degrees C is nothing. I don't know what it is about temperature. Anytime you bring up any temperature at all, everyone's like, oh, you think that's something? This is something. It's without fail. What the fuck are you talking about? -18 degrees Celsius is nothing. Are you insane? No one believes you when you say that. We just think you're tryharding. Me, anytime anyone complains about heat ever. Yeah. And you know the people who are saying that shit too were like shut-in little neats who don't have to do work outside. Like they're like, oh, -18 degrees Celsius, that's nothing. And to them it's nothing because they're indoors, heat on, clothes on, not working, or they work a service job, the heat's on, and they're bitching about it. But then later they're like, yeah, that shit was nothing to me. Nothing to a guy like me. Meanwhile, there are people out there doing, I don't know, construction work or something, using those like crack open hand warmers that you keep in the trunk of your car to try to not lose their fingers. I don't know who you people think you're fooling, but it's not me, okay? I'm wizened up. You think being born in Los Angeles means that I'm gonna look at you starry-eyed? You piece of shit, mother. Absolutely not. Can we stop talking about weather? You're right, it just brings out the fascist impulse in everyone watching. No solidarity from these people, I swear.